Before we get to the movie, I have a comment here from a viewer, Robert Soroka. Do you have a go-to movie or movies to watch on or around Thanksgiving? Mine are The Giant Claw and Blood Freak. All right. Thanksgiving movies, not necessarily about the holiday, but maybe about things that evoke the traditions and the feelings of the holiday. Thanksgiving is coming up very soon.
Yes.
Here in the U.S.
You know, I tend to skip to the Christmas movies. I
Okay.
get around the middle of November, I get that Rankin Bass itch.
If you don't start early, you're not going to get them all in.
Exactly.
Because it's such a busy season. I imagine that food-based films would be good for around Thanksgiving. Movies like The Big Night, or Babette's Feast, or Tampopo. You know, movies that really make you want to eat.
Is that a hint to today's film?
No.
Oh,
I don't give hints.
All right.
I'm a man of mystery, Doug.
You are.
You're not going to know what this movie is until I pull it out of this envelope.
I'm not even going to know what that movie is after you pull it out of the envelope.
Maybe not.
Maybe not even after we've
I don't know.
watched
You
it.
might slip into a coma. I've got a bunch of movies that I've never seen before. None of you know what they are. Every episode I'm going to spring one on you. It might be good. It might be bad. We'll watch it on the old leather couch and then talk about it. Welcome to the basement. Doug, recently on this show we watched The Poseidon Adventure, a tale of high seas disaster. Well, tonight we're watching a tale of high seas adventure.
Oh, boy!
So make your way up the gangplank and batten down your barnacles, because you're about to set sail with the Crimson Pirate.
The Crimson Pirate! Starring Burt Lancaster.
Burt Lancaster. Yeah, sure, buddy. I'm a Crimson Pirate, all right. You get me? Burt Lancaster. Terrible impersonation. All right. Released in 1952 and directed by Robert Siodmak, TCP stars Burt Lancaster, Eva Bartok, Nick Cravat, and James Hayter, who's a total hater. Don't even get me started.
Haters gonna hate.
Nick Cravat and Burt Lancaster have an interesting history. They met as boys at summer camp and became lifelong friends. They even, in their early careers, formed an acrobatic act, Lang and Cravat, and toured the vaudeville circuit. The two would go on to co-star in 9 films together, many of them featuring Cravat as a mute character. He was not mute, but he simply had a thick Brooklyn accent that would have been anachronistic in period pictures such as this one. Cravat had a decades-long career in Hollywood as an actor, Lancaster's personal trainer, and a stuntman. His other claim to fame, he played the gremlin on the wing of the plane in the classic Twilight Zone episode, Nightmare at 20,000 Feet.
Yes, I did not know that.
I've never said this on this show before, Doug, but this gift will make you rich.
'Tis a pirate's treasure map!
Yep, it has very specific instructions. If you don't follow them exactly, you will not get anything, and that's your fault, not mine. Look at that. It's an old-timey map.
You can tell it's old-timey because it crinkles. By the way, I found out that it is legal in Wisconsin to leave a treasure map as your will.
Okay,
cool.
Set sail, high seas, climb up the mizzenmast, land ho.
Poop deck.
Movie ho! Jump into the dinghy that is the old leather couch as we take to the wide open briny and watch The Crimson Pirate. Hoist the mainsail.
The Crimson Pirate.
Begins with the Crimson Pirate, and he speaks to you. Oh, folks, this is going to be a movie that you're about to watch.
Ask no questions. Believe only what you see.
And dance. Dance like you've never danced before.
Move, you lubbers!
Can't stand lubbers. I'm firmly anti-lubber. Hello, I'm a pirate flag and I've got a splitting headache. The Royal Navy comes along a derelict ship.
You can tell by the position of the limbs. Scurviest killed the whole crew.
We'll take her in tow. She'll bring a tidy sum.
A few expeditionary members come on board. I think this is probably a clever ruse. It's a ruse!
My humble apologies.
And my not-so-humble sarcasm. This is the rough and wily crew of Captain Vallow. He's a crimson pirate on the high seas, and his best mate is Oho. Oho doesn't speak.
They board the British ship.
If only there was something to break the monotony of this voyage.
Here I am, the old monotony breaker himself. On board the Navy boat is Baron Gruder, who is a bigwig in the world. You know what we're going to do? We're going to take these 30 guns on this boat, see? And we're going to sell them all around the islands of the Caribbean. And we're going to make money. Mr. Bellows doesn't like that idea. That doesn't sound like piracy. That sounds like business. And I don't do business. I do piracy. Speaking of which, when are we going to make this guy walk the plank? Because that's a pirate thing. Walk the plank. Walk the plank. Come on. We're not going to kill him. Oh, you're going to hold him for ransom. No, we're going to set him free. What?
So why not another 50,000 from him and his king for telling them which rebels we sell the guns to?
A brilliant scheme, Captain.
He's a smart guy, that Captain Vallow. He thinks outside the poop deck.
If thou art for it, 'tis not for the good of pirates.
They calls me Bruno the Short-Sighted.
They're headed to the island of Cobra.
This change of ship, Captain, most uncomfortable.
Be quiet. I need to find out what to do with the drunken sailor. I can't hear the song. Oh, look at that darling little cardigan he's wearing. And those capri pants. So stylish. Vallow and Oho go ashore
To sell guns to El Libre, who is the leader of the resistance.
Who are you? Simple fisherfolk like yourselves. Put in for a tankard of ale, a friendly word.
tankard of ale or a sidecar or even a sea breeze. I enjoy a cocktail every once in a while.
Yes, I know, and then I don't know what to do with you early in the morning. You can't just walk onto the island and find El Libre.
So they have to create a spectacle that El Libre will notice. That is a rather girly blouse he's wearing. They start messing with the Royal Navy. They're running around, humiliating them at every turn. To be a truly expert sword fighter, all you really have to do is this. And you got it. That's all you got to do.
That's pretty much it.
Finally, they escape the notice of the Navy men by hiding in the fish. For God's sake, take Big Mouth Billy Bass off your head. Well, I got some guns to sell you, buddy.
The name is Pablo Murphy, and I got enough Irish from me father to know Blarney when I hear it. Wash the stink off them and take them below.
Why, they're nothing but a couple of potheads.
And take them to their secret lair.
Why gag the mute?
Everyone into the fish barrel.
There's this lady, Consuela. She says, I'll help you because I know El Libre. Okay, come with us. And they board their ship with Consuela. Are you and El Libre lovers? And she says, no.
He's my father.
And is going to be executed in front of Baron Gruda.
Vallow and Oho and Consuela go ashore and they're going to dine with the garrison commander who has El Libre as a prisoner. Vallow is posing as Baron Gruder. The garrison commander is very impressed by his fancy outfits and his general demeanor. You know what? Here's El Libre, also this professor that we captured. You can have them both. You can do with them what you want because you're Baron Gruden and we like you.
I have arranged a very special entertainment for this very special occasion.
A lap dance to be performed by me.
They decide to have this floor show. And one of the dancers, it turns out that Vallow and Oho once captured her and ransomed her. She's going to recognize him, and she does!
Vallow!
That's the Crimson Pirate!
The Crimson Pirates? Crimson Pirate? The Crimson Pirates?
The Crimson Pirate?
The Crimson Pirate! Vallow uses this to his advantage because he's a smarty pants, and he gets people to think that the garrison commander is the Crimson Pirate. They take him away. Oho is stealing stuff.
And they barely escape.
Consuela is reunited with her father, El Libre.
Thank you.
Why, I've never been kissed like that in my life.
Never kissed anyone but Oho before.
But once they board the pirate ship, they're all tied up because the whole idea was to double-cross El Libre in the first place. What is he wearing? Culottes? Come on.
I am not in love.
And don't forget it. It's just a simple game, the two of us.
Mr. Bellows, take all three below and bring me the cabin keys.
Okay. But then, charmed by Consuela, he says,
I'm giving you the guns. All of you.
I've had a change of heart. A change of heart, you see. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an apricot chemise that I've simply been dying to try on. Unfortunately, Mr. Bellows overhears this and he says, what? The captain is giving away our guns? I won't stand for this.
Just think how they swim to yonder island. I'll back again. My plan works. Baron Gruder himself will escort thee back.
So now he's going to double-cross the double-cross of the double-cross.
Yes.
What about sharks? Ah, they never attack a man.
Unless you're on the USS Indianapolis and it sinks trying to deliver the bomb, the Hiroshima bomb, and then you're all floating in the water, then the sharks will attack. Yeah. Shark's eyes like a doll's eye, lifeless, till it rolled, you know the rest.
Yeah.
This is sheer piracy.
Sheer Piracy is the stage musical version of this movie.
Oho will stand by below with a small boat. It's a short pull to shore. Call your father.
Father! Consuela and her father are ambushed by the British and captured. Vallo's about to go do something about it, but he is stopped by his own men, who, being led by Bellows, decide to mutiny.
No man can fly pirates' colors who's not willing to sell his friend, his sweetheart, or his mother.
In my case, 2 of those 3 are the same person, but we won't get into that.
This isn't the last of the pirate capers.
'Tis the last of thee and of thy capers.
The Last of the Pirate Capers, another possible title for the stage musical. They're going to chain him in a boat and set him adrift with no food or water or anything. Well, we got no oars. The tide's going to take us out. I guess we're done for. Why, I think we should tip the boat over. Well, that's the best thing to do. Let's go. What are you doing? You're going to tip us over. He does.
But because the boat is upside down, there's an air pocket under there, and they can sink to the sandy bottom and walk to shore with the oxygen they have left.
Easy peasy. Meanwhile, the Navy comes on board the boat. Bellows and his men have been celebrating.
The pirates are captured easily by the British Navy.
Okay, so this is a double cross of the double cross of the double cross of the double cross of the double cross.
They sweep up all the pirates in the net and hang them from the rigging. The governor is going to marry Consuela.
There's an announcement of a marriage. Some youths deface the thing. These soldiers say, well, now that's a capital offense. Their rights are being taken away.
We need allies. These people need freedom.
And also they need to build a balloon. They have a scientist with them, so he knows how to build a balloon. They go around town, they get all this stuff, wagon wheels and wooden planks, balloon things. They build a wheel of guns. And then it's time... wait a minute. I can't forget that the professor also invents nitroglycerin, the popular exploding liquid that we all know from movies, mainly. So they got these little bottles of nitroglycerin, which are basically grenades. They've got a working balloon. Come on now. The next day, it's time for the wedding.
So they organize a big parade for the wedding.
Oh, wait. I forgot about when they all dress up in ladies' clothes.
Vallo, Oho, and the scientist in drag.
These things have to be done. If you're gonna win these things have to be done. That grain house is full of grain. No, it's full of balloon. A flamethrower. They float around in this balloon. They throw these bottles of exploding juice everywhere.
We've got to gain altitude and load the ballast.
How does he know the word altitude? That's an aeronautical term. Balloons are floating. Everyone's scared of the balloon because they don't know what a balloon is. They look at it and they're like, what, is that a balloon? I don't know what that is. We certainly can't shoot it.
Movie stopped making sense a long time ago. All right. The balloon descends onto the pirate ship.
Get out of the balloon. I guess the balloon just floats away. We don't really see the balloon anymore. Maybe it's still floating today. I don't know.
Vallo frees his mutinous compatriots.
Where did he get these striped breeches from?
They were under his dress. You didn't see them?
But where did he get them from? Did they sew those for him while they were sewing the balloon?
Close haul that jib.
I said close haul. It's not close enough. You're wide hauling it. Come on, guys. Now it's time to do the secret plan.
Fools are going to trade broadsides with us.
We got so many guns on this boat, we're going to blow them away. No, they're not going to do that. They're going to swim under the boat and board the English boat and surprise attack them.
The Baron takes Consuelo up into the rigging. Quick, sew another balloon.
Gruder is killed. Captain Vallo embraces Consuelo, and they know that they're in love. Stop making those obscene gestures, oh. It's disgusting. unbecoming of even a pirate. She's with the love of her life, the Crimson Pirate. This was a silly damn movie.
Indeed.
I didn't know how comedic it was going to be until, well, really today when I wrote my notes. I wanted it to be more of a straight-up pirate movie. I mean, that's kind of what I was craving.
A good old Errol Flynn kind of just
but
swashbuckler.
This thing just wanted to be too much of everything. It wanted to be Captain Blood. It wanted to be Robin Hood, Around the World in 80 Days. Some Like It Hot, The Greatest Show on Earth, The Wackiest Ship in the Navy. It just wants to be everything, and it crams in all this stuff, and it's exhausting. I feel like I just worked a double shift.
What was the running time?
Hour 45?
I would have guessed longer.
Yeah. It's something that action movies, this is an action movie, definitely, they still don't get to this day. If you give us too much, we just become numb to it and we stop enjoying it.
Yeah.
And they still do it. Avengers movies, they still do it. You know, you're supposed to leave them wanting more.
Exactly.
You don't leave them begging for mercy.
Stop. Okay,
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah, exactly. And the really weird thing, two weird things about this movie, is that it feels like a Technicolor musical. It's got that kind of energy. Mm-hmm. And it does not feel like a movie from 1952. It feels like a movie from the 60s. This manic Richard Lester kind of energy.
Yeah. The plot got way too convoluted for what it was.
It dropped certain things that should have been important. The most pointless character in this whole thing is El Libre. He says 2 lines in the whole movie. He serves no purpose. It's so important to rescue him, and he gets rescued, and then he just completely disappears. Sure. El Libre and Pablo Murphy could be the same character. Important story stuff like that sort of falls by the wayside for all of this spectacle. Lancaster was the right guy to play that part. He's able to do the acrobatic stuff, he's able to do the stunts, he's able to do the comedy. His physique is quite a thing to behold. This is an era where men weren't buff.
Yeah.
Unless they were bodybuilders. But you can tell he's been working out with Cravat.
Who is also buff and impressive.
What did you think of Consuela?
You know, you have to have a pretty love interest.
She was an underutilized character, but I didn't think she was necessarily a weak character. She was always kind of scheming. And she was always sort of holding her own.
She has the intelligence to sort of figure out where the double cross is going. And
changing her loyalties to suit her own interests.
I wanted to like this. When you showed me what it was, my inner Saturday afternoon 9-year-old was like, cool, pirates and action. Yeah. And there were times it lived up to that.
At the start, maybe even the first half, before they just started piling everything on and just doing one damn thing after another.
I think they lost me on the upside-down boat chase, where 3 guys chained to a boat where they can't see.
Well, and it's one thing to flip the boat over and walk to shore to save yourselves. That's a novel idea.
Yeah.
But then the boat stuff just keeps going and keeps going with these soldiers who don't know what they're doing. It gets tedious and tiresome.
I'm thinking about the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie. And you had the 2 sidekick British soldiers who were always the Elmer Fudd to Johnny Depp's Bugs Bunny. These are the hapless soldiers, but they're credibly hapless. And when you beat them, there's a satisfaction. When you beat this British Navy, there's just no satisfaction, because they're so
dumb. That sort of takes a little bit of the teeth out of the story. This is not an adventure, this is a farce.
Yeah.
Quite a movie. I'm glad I got to watch it with you, Doug.
Same. I will cherish this memory and probably never watch this film again.
The Crimson Pirate has gone ashore, and it is time for us to set our sails for a bright new horizon known as Seen It.
Seen It.
Charles Smith II, Herbie the Love Bug. I have seen it, and that's not the title. It is just called The Love Bug. Herbie was added later.
Seen it, and I did not know that was added later.
It wasn't until the sequel, Herbie Goes Bananas.
Or Herbie Goes to Acapulco.
Okay. I've seen it. Speaking of silly damn movies.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a movie whose concept doesn't even attempt logic. There's this car. It's alive. We don't know why, and we don't care. It just shows up out of nowhere, literally.
And
the car is alive. Okay, let's
race.
Win a bunch of races. The movie is occasionally delightful. There's a lot of similarities with The Crimson Pirate, and that's way too long. This is a movie that was made for TV syndication, because they're going to lop off 15 to 20 minutes for commercials, and that's going to do the movie a big favor.
And they won't miss a thing.
They won't.
And the nice people at Volkswagen will, hopefully sponsor.
That's a weird thing. That's a weird thing because the title of the movie is The Love Bug, which is a reference to a song called The Love Bug.
Yeah.
Which is an old country song, I believe. George Jones, I think, sang The Love Bug.
I've
been bit by a love bug or something like that.
Okay.
Anyway, it's in the title. They never call the car a bug in the movie. They call it the little car. So was there something with Volkswagen where they weren't allowed to do that? The Volkswagen car wasn't officially called a bug. It's called a Beetle.
Right.
So what was that all about? They never say bug in the movie. Never.
Do they ever use the word Volkswagen?
They never do.
Interesting.
This has some Disney contract players of the era. Mr. Banks from Mary Poppins
David Tomlinson
is the villain. Mm-hmm. Dean Jones, a blander Fred McMurray. If you ever thought a thing was possible, that's Dean Jones.
The poor man's Fred McMurray.
Right.
I tried to rewatch The Love Bug a couple years ago. Even my inner 8-year-old got bored. Gunhead17 writes, if you guys haven't seen James Dean in Giant, do yourselves a favor and rectify that immediately. Seen it.
Seen it.
Nobody understood that.
Seen it. It's my James Dean.
Not bad.
Speaking of James Dean, well, first of all, you have seen the movie and read the book.
Yes, I have.
Edna Ferber?
Edna Ferber.
I happen to have a book about the making of the movie that was sent into our P.O. box.
Ooh.
Giant by Don Graham. I haven't read it yet. Is this something you'd be interested in reading?
It would, actually.
Well, you can take it with you if you like.
But thank you.
I wonder if you could speak to how well the movie adapts the book.
The book has a different structure.
Right.
We start at the end, we kind of jump around a bit.
Yeah.
The movie is much more linear in time. As I recall, I think the movie invented the ending in the diner.
The ending in the diner.
The ending in the diner. The big fist fight.
It's so ridiculous, this fight he gets into with this greasy spoon diner owner. Because he's being mean to the Mexicans.
And it's got that very 50s, we're against racism.
Guess who's coming to dinner kind of, yeah.
That exact vibe.
Rock Hudson's character has changed. He's become more compassionate, which is, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But the scene is very silly. The character of Jet Rink, the James Dean character, I feel like he's an important part of the story, but I don't feel like I know him. James Dean's impenetrable performance doesn't help.
Right.
I came away with just knowing that his love for this unattainable woman ultimately destroys him. Brian Curry. I have tried to watch Xanadu for the 14th time, but still nope out after about 12 minutes or so. Seen it.
Seen it.
That's a lot of times to try and watch a movie that you don't seem to want to watch.
Had you watched it in 12-minute increments, you'd be done now.
Yeah, I would say just give up on it.
I had a massive Olivia Newton-John crush as a preteen.
Who doesn't? My God.
But I remember thinking it was stupid at 13.
The worst part of it for me was that the musical numbers were more reliant on visual effects and special effects than they were on things like choreography. Mm-hmm. And the special effects are so dated. This is the last film performance of Gene Kelly.
Watching it as an adult, that's poor arthritic old Gene Kelly who needs the paycheck.
He's doing his best, trying to stay relevant. I didn't think it was that terrible. Certainly if you like campy movies, it's going to give you what you want.
James Glass Hammer Grimsley writes, Robinson Crusoe on Mars. Surprisingly good 1960s sci-fi. Seen it.
Seen it. The first time I watched this, I thought, hey, a movie starring Adam West. I'm going to get to see him carry a movie. Nope. He gets killed off, and the other guy, the Mr. Nobody, is the star of the movie. And he just drips lack of charisma.
He struck me as an authentically military, like, okay, I'm going to keep a journal now, and I am stranded and extremely lonely. And
there's a monkey.
And there's a monkey, and we don't have to wear helmets. And make oxygen from rocks.
The visual effects in this are surprisingly good, except for the enemy spaceships, which look terrible.
Yeah.
And the enemy spaceships are on the screen so many times. It looks so bad, and they keep going back to it.
What about when he skinny dipped in his drinking water?
I must have tried to erase that from my mind.
Okay.
This water tastes like me. There is gold to be found, but you don't have to steal it. It's on our website, welcometothebasementshow.com. All of our episodes are there. You can go back through the years and see what you missed. And there are PayPal donation buttons that you can click on to make a one-time or rolling monthly donation to support the show. Your support is greatly appreciated. I'm going to shout out a brand new monthly donor, Steven! Mwah. All of our donors, monthly and otherwise, are greatly esteemed here in the basement. Next time, this time, we're going to be doing unboxing. Doug's going to be here for that. We'll see you then. And now, take a look at this.
You know, I feel like the regular Navy is taking a dive here. Much like the White Sox took a dive in the 1919 World Series. And I finally got my Field of Dreams joke in there somewhere.
Oh, if you think that's going to make it to the final episode,
God damn it.
sorry to say. It's going to go the way of Wild in the Country. But who knows? Who knows, Doug? Who knows?
If thou art for it, 'tis not for the good of pirates.